Well, hi, I'm John Hart, and welcome back to Mr. America Hart. Today we're talking about how to get that extra bit of growth out of your back exercises, your trap exercises. And one of the ways in which to do that is to use straps. The grip is the limiting factor. When it comes to doing any pulling exercises, when it comes to doing any kind of shrugs, when you have to hold on to the weight, when your grip is done, it's done. Now, of course, there's a bunch of you, which I'm happy to read your comments, who believe that you should train your grip just as much. And I'm a big believer in that as well. I have right next to me over there a hammer strength grip machine. I also train my forearms and have done so for years. So I agree with you. It's important to have a good grip. However, when it comes to training for maximum back growth or maximum trap growth, you're not going to do that when your grip gives out before your lats are done or before your traps are done. That's just a simple fact. And if anything, if you are training your forearms, then you're going to simply overtrain your forearms even further by doing direct forearm work and then doing grip work all the time. And if you think that they won't overtrain, well, you're just plain wrong. It is possible. So, when I advise clients to go ahead and get a hold of some straps and they come at me back to the gym with something like this. This is a glove, and you can see it's a glove with a wrist wrap. And the wrist wrap is really great, and the glove is really great for other purposes, and that is the glove protects the hands. So if you don't want to have calluses, you want to have really soft, gentle feeling hands, then of course, wear your gloves. I'm smiling because my entire adult life I've had yellow calluses all on the insides of my hands from gripping barbells and dumbbells, the friction. And secondly, this wrist wrap that goes around the wrist supports those who have weak wrists. So again, this is not my issue, and I don't have clients generally who have those issues. So you see it's a big long wrap. It goes all the way around the wrist, right? So this is not what I'm speaking about when we're talking about getting some straps that will hold your wrist and your hand onto the bar. So we're going to toss those for the moment, okay? Now, old school straps. I have a little surprise at the end here, so I'm doing a little show and tell for you. I got a hold of some new leather straps. These are, by the way, my favorite straps. I use them all the time, and as you use them more and you sweat on them a little bit, you'll end up getting them a little bit firmer. These are really soft. They're brand new. They're really nice leather. Wow, they feel really good on your wrist. And so you'll see me playing with them right now because I'm just arranging them the way that I would want to arrange them. I'm going to give you a little demo in a moment of how to use them. But these are your straps. Typical old school straps. I don't even want to say old school. These are just straps. They're today's school. They're forever school. And you put them in your wrist, on your wrist, and you'll see in a moment when I do this. And the idea is to wrap the strap around the bar, counter to your wrist. So that way, counter to your hand. So when you grab the strap, as it's wrapped around the bar a couple of times, you grab the strap like this, it can't roll out of your hands. It's going opposite. It takes a lot of force for it to roll out of your hands. And so these are proven over time, and these happen to be my personal favorites. And I'll show you also, I'll do it real quick at the end of the video, but I'll show you how I store these in case you miss it in the video, the demo video. So I take these two straps, right? And I put one through the loop and the other through the opposite loop, and then I just pull it through like this. And when you do that, straps. Okay, you see I have my straps in the storage position. I pull the knot apart so the straps come out nicely, and each one of them is set, one for the right hand and one for the left. I position my hand inside those straps with the strap going in the direction of my thumb. On both hands, it's going in the direction of my thumb. I'm not forcing it to fold over on itself in any weird ways. Both sides
going over in the direction of my thumb. And then I'm going to tighten them up above my wrist bones, each wrist. I'm going to pull it a little bit tight. And I've discussed this in other videos about how important it is to use straps above the wrist bones, not on the wrist bones. You need freedom in wrist movement, and that protects your wrist bones and the nerves and the tendons that hold your wrist together. Now I take my index finger and my thumb, and I am going to push the strap opposite my grip around the bar with my thumb, and then use my other 4 fingers to roll it around without letting them go on the opposite side of the bar. So I roll it around 2 times, and then I give the bar a little bit of a roll to tighten up the strap a little further, and I'm ready to go. Boom. And I can do a set with some heavier weight. So now I'm going to show you how I take these off and store them once again. I loosen them up. I pull them off. I have one strap go through the loop of the opposite strap, the big loop, and then I take the strap on that second strap and I pull through the opposite.
And so
loop and
the other option is to use what I call, I used to call these the hybrids, and they have a special name. You can get a pair of these on Amazon. I'll show you where to get them. Oh, by the way, links will be all down below for every single one of the products that I'm using today. For the gloves with the wrist wraps, the regular straps, since I'm doing show and tell, and then what I call the hybrids. I call that myself the hybrids. They have some name like wrist strap or something like that, but we'll see. Notice I store them like this. Again, I don't want to lose. You don't want to lose either one of these, okay? So it sucks when you open up your gym bag and you find that you do not have one of your straps. You're searching all over the gym. Now the way this works, it's a lot simpler than regular straps. I put it to protect my hand in front of my hand like this. I tighten up the Velcro, and there it is, above my wrist again, so I have freedom, and I can use it as a glove. This is to be used as a glove. It protects your hands right here on the inside. No calluses, magic. But if you want to use it as a strap, that's why it's called the hybrid in my world. You can go opposite your hand like this and wrap it around the bar. And it's the same principle as the regular straps. That bar will not escape. It's very difficult to take a great amount of force for it to fall out of your hands. And the advantage to these is you see it has a little bit of clay right in the inside of it right here. And when you grab onto that, it actually adheres to your hand pretty well. Not adheres like glues, but just sticks itself to your hand. You also are about to see a video on these as well. And you see a lot of wrist flexibility. I want to show you the difference, the size difference too. This is a small medium, and the link I put below, you'll be able to find a small medium. I also brought for show and tell a large right here. And so the large version of it, I'll show you the difference. I have a fairly decent sized paw right here. So those that don't know, I'm just under 6 feet tall. I wouldn't say them exactly small, okay? Anyway, difference, here's the size difference. Ready? Here you go. This one covers my entire palm. Plus, this one, not so much, okay? And here's the demo on how to use
here we go with the hybrids.
These.
I have one hybrid stored inside the other, so I loosen up the Velcro to take out the one that's inside, and you'll see how much easier this is going on the wrist. I just Velcro it up above my wrist bones once again, and I have the flap going up against my wrist. Freedom of wrist. There it is. I throw the other one on by opening up that Velcro and throwing it around my wrist as well, on my right wrist. And they're pretty much ready to go. This is a much simpler way, not quite as strong as the regular old school straps, but you see right here I'm demonstrating how you're going to roll the flap opposite your grip around the bar, as opposed to this, which is using it as a glove. That's using it as a glove. You can overhand, underhand, and use it as a glove to protect your hands. But we're going to use it now as a strap. So here I go. I'm going to put it opposite my hand on the bar, opposite side, and wrap it around with my fingers. And when I do so, that little piece of clay is going to lock on to my fingers right there so that I cannot let it go. And it would take a great amount of force, albeit the regular straps that I showed you before are stronger. This still does a great job on saving your grip. So now I'm going to show you how I store them once again. I'm going to close one of them all the way and wrap its Velcro all the way around it, because that's one I'm going to put inside the other. And then when I pull it off my wrist, it goes right inside the other one. And I tighten that Velcro up so it's not going to go anywhere. I throw it in my gym bag, and that's the end of that. Absolutely not going to lose either one of those.
A few show and tell items on how to improve your grip so that you can go ahead and sufficiently blast those back muscles as well as your traps with the heaviest possible weights that you can lift under control and not give up because of grip strength. So that's it for today. From my heart to you. Hey, before you leave, off to my left, you're about to see a disc fly up in the air over here, and that is the subscribe button for my channel. Please give that thing a tap so YouTube will notify you when there's some new videos popping up. And down below, off to your left, you're going to see a thumbs up button down there. Once you give this video a thumbs up, it also helps with the YouTube algorithm. I'm being a little selfish about that one right there. See you next time.